Hey everybody, this is Flammy. Welcome back. Here's another high level attack video, and I am back with Derp, my high level account. So what's going on? Well, last week I was doing a bunch of healer stuff. So healer wizard, healer barbarian king. So we're back again with some more healer action because you guys love that and I loved it. So I had some elixir to burn, so why not? I got 9 healers this time, as you can see, and I've got a P.E.K.K.A. I was thinking about doing just barbarian king. Before I had been mixing up with wizards and stuff as the main damage dealer. But when I looked at the stats, Barbarian King, level 6 that I currently have, 182 damage and 1800 health. Well, if we go compare that to a P.E.K.K.A, my level 2 P.E.K.K.As are 270, that's up from 180, and 3100, up from, what was it, 1800? Something like that. So yeah, clearly P.E.K.K.A is a lot better, even only when it's level 2 only. So yeah, I decided to use a P.E.K.K.A instead. Why is that? Well, I think 9 healers is sort of gonna, like, be just fine either way. Yeah, it just heals so much. You really don't need more than that. My other units are really just to sort of help out. I plan to try not to use them if possible, but I've got them just in case. I mean, if the situation comes up where it's like the base has like 500,000 gold, and it's either I use a couple archers to help out, or use a couple wall breakers to help out, or I just skip the base, I'm going to attack. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing today. Got no shield. Actually have not, interestingly, if I pull up my recent attacks, have not been attacked in over a day. So clearly my base is so scary that no one's wanted it. Just kidding, my town is outside the walls. I'll talk about that actually because it's somewhat interesting. I believe the way it works is after your shield runs out, your base gets put back in sort of the queue, and people can skip it or they can attack it. This base? No, air defense is too centralized. Um, and that happens when your shield runs out and when you log off, is my pet theory. And I've talked it over with some other people, and some other people seem to agree with me. And, centralized air defense, that'd be a nice one too. And, yes, as I was saying, when this happens, you are... Ooh, another... I keep finding great loots right here. Look at these. All these are like 200,000. Tricky. The thing about this one is the air defenses are both over here. One's sort of centralized. I mean, I could get into that without too much trouble. Nah, let's go look for a different one. I think we're finding such good loot. Like I've been saying. So, like I've been trying to say, that is, when you log off or when your shield runs out, I believe you get put into this sort of searching queue. But if no one attacks you, you become very unlikely to be found, which is why I think it's very hard to find inactives that have not been attacked in a very long time. Basically, every single one you're finding is just recently off shield, typically. So yes, that's my theory as to why I have not been attacked in a full day. Because I was off shield for like 12, 13 hours of that. Actually, I think it was 1 day, 2 hours, so even more than that. So yeah, let's look for some good loot. Gold's gonna be the primary goal because I've actually used up all of my elixir. Actually, this would be a really fun one because uh, okay, this would be really fun because the air defense right here, I could wall breaker into that. Except the only thing is, like, the majority of the loot's gonna be in the resource collectors outside the walls, so that's sort of pointless. But I really could break into that really easily with my current army composition. Too bad. Yeah, so like, I could do it and like show off the fact that I could do it, but what's the point? Because I mean, I know all the loot's outside, so yeah. Anyways, let's find a good one here. This one. This one would not be bad. Um, so the thing about, like, this is why a situation, if I attack, which I'm not going to, this is where archers would come in handy. So if I put like archer to take out this and archers to take out this, and then drop the P.E.K.K.A in between them, then by letting the archers take out those buildings, they would force the P.E.K.K.A to go in towards the center, especially if I used wall breakers. That's the sort of situation where I would use archers, because you really have to force your units to sort of walk around and sort of handle correctly, because both Barbarian Kings and P.E.K.K.As are very dumb. They just go for the next closest target, which doesn't give you a lot of flexibility. Alright, I haven't found a base quite yet, so I think I'm going to edit this out, my searching, and I'll be back in just a minute once I find one. See you soon, guys. Well, that was one that was found really fast. I actually ended up not having to edit that out at all, because this base is going to do the job just fine. So with only one air defense, or one that's visible, yeah, only one air defense, this base is going to be very easy. Um, it's going to be a great show of like watching the P.E.K.K.A absolutely wreck stuff though, so let's get at it. And yeah, let's go. Ready? I am going to do one P.E.K.K.A, and then all the healers. That's only 4 healers. I'm not going to deploy them all just in case, like, okay, yeah, see, in this situation, I think we'll be fine because the P.E.K.K.A should come over here next. Were they attacking units? I couldn't see any units. As I was saying, yeah, if the P.E.K.K.A started walking the wrong direction, it could potentially, the healers could potentially start getting shot with arrows. So we might see this archer tower start shooting the healers in a second. We'll see how it works out. Okay, no, it's not because it's going through the walls. But look at that. 4 healers, and we're constantly maxing health. Isn't that awesome? I just love that. It's just so amazing to see. Yeah, that's just so neat. So the funny thing is going to be actually if our P.E.K.K.A can do enough damage in the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds, because the actual problem is it's going to start running out of its damage while it's like doing tons and it's not going to die. It's going to run out of time is the thing. It one-shots lots of defenses. Like, look at that. One-shots Archer Tower, one-shots the Mortar, but... Oh, look, see, now our healers are going to start dying. So maybe I'll have to deploy more. Yeah, but the thing is, our P.E.K.K.A is going to have trouble staying alive when it comes to... Or not staying alive. Have trouble killing everything, because it's like you just run out of stuff to kill. In a fast enough time. Wow, I'm having a really hard time talking, which is amusing because normally I'm like trying to commentate over lots of things at once. So what I'm going to do to help out is use the archers, sort of as I was mentioning. This isn't really because like they're not going to like help take out defenses, but that's the point. They're not going to. I want them just to take out other stuff as well. You'll notice we've gone pretty much no resources because we've attacked the storage. However, I was sort of forced to do that because everything was really. All the resources are over here, which is gonna be really funny if I actually don't get any of this, because yeah, that would be silly. Actually, so now with only 2 healers left, we actually are taking some damage, a little bit, a teeny bit. But 54 seconds left, so time to bring in that Barbarian King. Wall breakers, Barbarian King, and you know what? We got the healers, so why the hell not? There's only 2 healers on that, but there's only like 2 cannons right there anyway, so why not? With 37 seconds left, yeah, we sort of need to do it because, yeah, we won't be getting loot otherwise. Speaking of loot, let's help out. But yeah, basically, guys are staying alive, and if we can actually manage to heal up this Barbarian King, that'd be really cool because that means I could, the amount of time it takes to restore the Barbarian King is directly related to how much health he's lost. So look at that. He's gaining health right now. He was down to like half health. So if we end this battle, which we're not going to actually max out with the resources, we're going to get most of them. If we end this battle with him full health, he'll be ready to go right again, despite like taking tons and tons of fire. And so there we go. We missed out on 34,000 gold, so not bad. I'm glad I did deploy those guys because otherwise we would have gotten pretty much nothing. You saw the P.E.K.K.A only came in at the very end after sort of doing damage over here. So yeah, that's the thing. Too low damage per second overall, but man, that's so cool to see him just sort of tank everything. And that's sort of why I was using wizards before with my other army composition, because they just really increase your damage per second. So yeah, where's that Barbarian King? There he is, right there. So see, he's ready to go. So normally he'd be like sleeping it off after taking damage. Even if he took only like 10% damage, then he has like a 15-minute heal time or something like that. It's low, but when you use healers, and if he's able to finish off max health, ding, we win. So yeah, that was that right there. As you can tell, I do have some dragons that are finishing up for next time, although it looks like I got some healers as well. So you know what, actually, I'm going to go search for another match. I do have a Barbarian King and 3 healers, so I think he'll probably end up dying, but let's go use him anyways, because why not? And I probably don't have to be quite so careful about picking a base this time. Yeah, that was funny. I was like having trouble finding a base, despite finding all those great loots right off the bat last time. And then that base, that was a weird base too. I mean, it was like 2 compartments that are separated, and because it was so separated, I mean, like we didn't get any resources until I started deploying the Barbarian King over on that side, and we wouldn't have gotten any until the P.E.K.K.A slowly worked its way over after it killed all the barracks and stuff. So, yeah, glad I did that, but sort of goes to show that the sort of unexpected downside of that army composition, which is of course going to be that you can't do enough damage. Now the thing is, if I do 2 P.E.K.K.As, you might think that putting 2 P.E.K.K.As down right next to each other would have been just fine. However, that really doesn't help much. It helps a little bit, but not much. Imagine, because you notice how the P.E.K.K.A was one-shotting almost all those defenses? Now imagine if there's 2 of them standing side by side, both swinging at it at the same time. This should be a fine one to do. Yeah, I'm going to do this one because what's going to happen is if I drop a Barbarian King over here, he's going to work his way around and attack all of the mines and collectors, which is just fine. So I like that. And yeah, that should be just fine. I'll drop the healers down here on this side. I don't want them to take any archer arrows if I can help it, but hopefully this guy will just work his way around, which is sort of how I predict him going. I'm going to deploy archers wherever something I can pick off for free is, just so we don't necessarily lose the match, which would be nice. We might lose it anyways, which, oh, he's going towards the center. Alright. Oops, well, I guess that will help him out too. All these defenses are distracted, so that's looking pretty good. Our Barbarian King might end up going down right here, as you can see. He's slowly losing health, but of course the healers are, like, they've probably tripled his health so far. I could actually calculate it. So it's at 50 seconds in right now when he finally dies. He is probably being healed for about 40 seconds of that. The healers are healing, I don't know exactly how much, but it's a solid amount. So you could actually calculate just through that how much they've actually managed to heal. And actually, here you can see a bit of interesting healer AI. Once the unit says healing go down, it'll go for another unit. Even though this archer over here is actually full health, it's still going to go and try to heal him. If I wanted elixir, I could attack here, but you know what? I don't care about elixir. I got all the gold. Like I said, you might have noticed, I've got dragons down here. I'm just building random expensive units because I had nearly 1 million elixir, so why not? I wasn't going to use it for anything. So yeah, that's it. No need to attack more unless I don't want to get 3-starred, which is, of course, a concern, potentially. Yeah, what the hell. I mean, I've got the dragons anyways, and if it will kill enough elixir to make it worth it, so, hey, dragon, go. But yeah, for the Barbarian King, that worked pretty much exactly how I thought it was. It got a little distracted over here with the town hall and stuff. Didn't quite expect that to happen. Oh well. With a couple archers thrown in the mix, so we got all the gold. And interestingly, with the wall breaker, it ended up working out just fine. Oh, interesting. Now the dragon over here is not taking any damage because it's managed to get away from the archer tower. It took out the one archer tower, now it's away from all the others. Okay, it looks like it's actually not going to probably pay for itself super much. It might work its way back there. As you can see, the majority of the resources are in these elixir collectors and gold mines. And because we've gotten all the gold mines, we're doing pretty good on that count. Just going to throw down those archers, because why not? Probably should get rid of these wall breakers while I'm at it. Ready? Wall breakers! Interesting AI. They're routing around because those buildings are dead. Yeah, why'd I get rid of those? Might not make sense. Wow, look at them. One made it all the way in there. Yeah, why'd I get rid of those? That was because, very simply, I'm going to have dragons, and dragons don't need wall breakers. They just fly right over the top. Alright, guys, that's going to wrap it up right there. Little attack on the last one. Certainly wasn't worth it resource-wise, but just getting rid of my army, as you saw. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. For all of you who requested either Barbarian King Healer or PEKKA Healer, I hope this sort of satisfied you, because I ended up doing both. I didn't expect to use the Barbarian King in quite that much, but it ended up happening in both of them. So, see you in 1 hour and 15 minutes, Barbarian King, and see you guys tomorrow with another video. Have a great day, guys. Clash on.